So, Doc, people listen to us for nonsense, and we give it to them in spades. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. Some would even say, on our best days, malarkey. Braves, defending champs. Boy, it sure would be a shame if there was no season next year and we were just still the defending champs.
Also, this guy that got hit, how old was he?
46.
What a loser, just sissy man. You just got punched in the face by a 90-year-old man? Come on, dude.
I'll bet Doc is like the Sinbad of Ames, Iowa.
Oh,
because people, I didn't realize, I thought it was just a Doc thing with the corn jokes. Iowa people love corn jokes.
Well, you know what they say, knee high by July, baby.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that's killing in the Midwest right now. I'm sure when that hits their ears, they're like, that Doc, he gets us.
Doc, what do I love more than anything? That's right, an angry football team.
I prefer to think of Warsaw as like a battle of who's the best saw, right? So you have like a sawzall, you have a skill saw, you have a hacksaw, handsaw. It's just a battle of saws till the death. Go.
Welcome to the Spaghetti Junction Boys podcast, coming to you from beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. As always, I'm your host, William R. Hildebrand, and I'm joined here by the incomparable Doc Jacobson and the left-handed Ben Ralston. Before we get things started here, we want to thank our friends at Manscaped. Support for the Spaghetti Junction Boys podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code SJB Atlanta at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, that's about 8 million balls. We were sent packages from Manscaped for our packages. Included in there was the one, the only Lawnmower 4.0. This trimmer is the future of grooming and features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof and also has a 400K LED spotlight in case you need a more precise shave. If you're anything like me, you somehow still have shaving remnants from 2016 somewhere in your bathroom. Well, thanks to that waterproof technology, say goodbye to the mess on the bathroom floor and say hello to a cleaner, fresher shave. It's time to take care of yourself. So go to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with the code SJB Atlanta at manscaped.com. Doc, that's 20% off with free shipping. I don't care where you're coming from. Are you coming from Kansas? Are you coming from Manitoba? Are you coming from Djibouti? That's 20% off with free shipping for you at manscaped.com when you use code SJB Atlanta. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. All right, so we are coming to you from the epicenter of the sporting universe, the state of Georgia, as we got the Masters teeing off tomorrow. And, of course, all the talk is centered around Tiger Woods coming back from his car crash. He'll be participating and trying to give it a go in Augusta tomorrow. But for me, a lot of my headspace has been centered around last year's winner, Hideki Matsuyama's Champions Dinner menu. So the Masters tweeted this out on Tuesday night, that the appetizers are going to be sushi, sashimi, nigiri, and yakitori chicken skewers. There's going to be a miso-glazed black cod with dashi broth, Miyazaki Wagyu with mixed mushrooms and vegetables, and then a Japanese strawberry shortcake to top it all off. Now, Doc, where do you stand with this Champions Dinner? How would you grade how well Hideki did?
This is a 8.3. I'm going to go 8.3.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. The Wagyu, I mean, that A5 Wagyu, that's like $1,000 a cut of steak. So, I mean, these are expensive plates they're getting out there. You would expect nothing less from the Masters. The golfers give you the best week in, week out, and especially this weekend, the best of the best showings. You give them good meals. Dude, if I had an option to eat this meal, of course, 100% I would. Is this the greatest meal I've ever seen put together as a collection of plates? Probably not. But I think an 8.3 is a fair grade.
See, where I stand is I love the assorted sushi, the sashimi, the nigiri, all about it. I don't know what a yakitori chicken skewer is, but I love chicken. I love skewers, so I'm about that too. Wagyu, obviously, I'm in for that. But glazed black cod, I don't know. I'm not for that. Like you got the sushi, like oh fantastic, but then you give me the cod, I'm out on the cod. That's no, that's isn't that what they use for like fish and chips? Isn't that typically cod?
Yes, not black cod. That's the higher echelon of cod.
Okay, so we've got the pinky out fish and chips as one of the main courses, and then strawberry shortcake. Fruit desserts, lose me with fruit desserts. There are no good fruit desserts. Unless you are chocolate or cinnamon, I'm out on you. Apple pie, see ya. Cherry pie, gone. Strawberry shortcake, no thank you.
I can understand strawberry shortcake, but for you to throw apple pie to the curb like that, are you even American, dude? What is wrong with you? On the baseball opening weekend, you're going to throw out apple pie like that? You are terrible. And the Masters. I don't know. I'm going to have to take some serious long thoughts about your patriotism there, buddy.
Well, I feel like there's generally two schools of people. There's the fruit dessert people, and then there's the chocolate heavy people. And I'm more of the chocolate heavy kind of guy. Like if I'm getting some candy at the grocery store, which is often, I'm going for a Crunch Bar. I'm going for a Milky Way. I'm not going for like what Twizzlers or any of the sour things. No, I'm not for that.
I understand that. I mean, you're heavy C up in the limousine. Shout out Biggie Smalls, heavy chocolate. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to cake, I believe cake is that one fine line that you can kind of dance with, right? That you can just be like, you know what, we're throwing the cookbook out the window. We're going with fruit.
I don't know. I mean, there's so often people will do they do too much with their wedding cake. There's the tried and true, just like vanilla, buttercream, like cake. Great. Ben actually had a 10 out of 10 cake at his wedding. He had a double doozy cookie cake. I was all about that. But I'd be lying if I sat here and said that I'm okay when I go to a wedding and they have a strawberry whatever cake or try our raspberry cake. I'm like, listen, I got this tux pressed for you, okay? I drove out here. I got you something at Bed Bath & Beyond. I spent a lot of money of my own coming here. And how am I rewarded? I mean, sure, open bar, that's fantastic. But to be clear. But the cake is always a letdown for me. It really bums me out. So if I'm strutting in there, if I'm Bob Weir or whatever that Canadian was who won it 20 years ago, I'm walking in there. This is what I'm looking forward to all year, and you give me strawberry shortcake. I'm not okay with that.
What are your thoughts on cheesecake?
Wow.
I'm an anti-cheesecake guy. I know that's a hot take, but I'm anti-cheesecake. Ben, where do you weigh in on this menu?
So much happened that let me break it down. It's Mike Weir, and to disrespect the left-handed Canadian like that is just, unforgivable in its own right. Second, your food opinions get worse and worse somehow. Black cod is like a very premier fish, and then with a miso glaze, it's like that is an unbelievable dish right there. I do agree, although I'm not willing to kick all fruit-related desserts to the curb, that the strawberry shortcake in this setting is a bizarre choice given the rest of the menu.
Vindicated.
But it's Hideki's day. If that's what he wants, that's what he wants. Cheesecake is a high-end dessert too. You're so hard to please. I can't imagine like cooking meals for you every day. It'd be infuriating.
I am very easy to please. Just give me something that's fried and something that's chocolate. Send me on my merry way. I'm happy. And listen, I'm not that picky. It doesn't have to be fried. It can be pizza. See, I'm a jack of all trades. And I would like to apologize to Mr. Mike Weir, not for getting his name wrong. That's fine. He hasn't been relevant in 20 years. But I want to apologize to him because he had an excellent Champions dinner. Mike Weir, and I was expecting this to just be Canadian as hell. I thought it was just going to be bacon with gravy on it. But he ends up having lobster in puff pastry, wild boar and chanterelle mushroom bundles, sockeye salmon tartare, which sockeye just sounds like something a Canadian says in a fist fight at a bar. There's, oh, I'm going to make you a sockeye. How about that? And he had a white and green asparagus salad. We can forget about that. He had roasted rack of elk, which, God help me, I don't know how they got that down to Augusta. Fried chicken, that seems like just trying to appease the locals. Filet mignon and sautéed pompano. So you had filet mignon, fried chicken, roasted elk, salmon tartare, wild boar, and lobster in puff pastry. That's a man who knew he wasn't winning it again and just got everything in there.
Also, like, look at the dietary kind of acceptances between then and now. You said, well, this was 20 years ago. A lot of meat. Guy being up north loves his meat. You know, this is a little bit more no dessert. Yeah, this is a little bit more, you know, culture friendly, I guess would be the way to put it nowadays. More acceptable meal to put together.
I don't know.
Mike Weir had the whole animal kingdom on that menu.
Yeah, and I want to say Bubba Watson has to be one of the worst. Traditional Caesar salad, grilled chicken breast, green beans, mashed potatoes, corn, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, confetti cake.
That sounds like he's cooking for you, his child.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know me and my traditional Caesar salad, my green beans, my corn. Like, come on. Get lost, Bubba Watson. I get as angrier with my takes on food. I get angrier with Bubba Watson every time I learn something new about him.
You do have to pay for it. Like the champion does have to foot the bill.
Is Mike Weir broke at this point?
Yeah, so maybe Bubba was like, I don't like these guys enough to like really go all out. So this is what you get.
I once went to a wedding where the father of the bride said that he didn't want to pay for everyone to get drunk. So he just decided to do a dry wedding. And that's kind of what Bubba's feels like. It's just, I'm going to use my money to pay for you. You're professional golfers. You should be able to buy your own dinner. You know what? Grilled chicken. Have at it. From Purdue Farms. Deal with it.
$5 a plate. I'm saving money here.
And if I win the Masters, which we can't rule that out, I still have a lot of life left. But
your best golf is in front of you.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly. If I end up winning the Masters, I'm going to put together a meal that's like a mix between when Ricky Bobby was feeding the family and when Donald Trump welcomed Clemson to the White House. People are going to get there, and it's just going to be like Bojangles chicken filet biscuits. It's going to be hibachi fried rice from the place in the mall. It's going to be Great American Cookie Company cookies, also from the mall. We're going to have Checkers loaded bacon and cheese fries, also from the mall. Like, people are going to be sick when they leave my dinner.
I would like it if it was served like not plated, but people just had to walk around the room and like get the samples from different vendors.
It looks like a job fair in there.
Yeah.
Would that be better, or would it be like better with like servers and like hors d'oeuvres and like a big like fancy like whiskey party or something where you don't have a table, there's no chairs, it's just people walking around with McChickens in their plates.
Oh yeah, and you better believe I'm going to request that they don't take the paper wrappers off the Bojangles. It's going to come in like that little clear sleeve, the cookies will, and like, I guess these are ours. Man, he really didn't want to spend much money on us, did he? And then in like the subsequent years, I'll just be like in line getting my Wagyu steak and just be like, man, not as good as mine, right? Like, yeah, this one really doesn't hold a candle to me. Everyone hated yours. If I see a salad in there, I call the whole thing off. How about that? Speaking of calling the whole thing off, that's what Terrell Owens didn't do. He never retired. People thought he retired. They even inducted him into the Hall of Fame, which had to come as a surprise to him as he has not retired. But the 48-year-old is back. No, it's not in the NFL. It's in the fan-controlled football league where he's going to be on the Zappers with Johnny Manziel. And he is hoping that this opportunity will get him into the NFL. He says, quote, I can do a lot of things that people feel I can't do. It's not a matter of going out there and trying to prove anybody wrong. I just don't like the notion that people see it even in the NFL. It's almost like, okay, you've reached a certain age at whatever point in time in your life, and they feel like you can't play anymore or your skills decline to a degree. Of course, everybody's skills at some point may decline, but I think there's certain people that kind of defy those odds, and I think I'm one of those people. If Tom Brady can do it, if they can marvel at some of the things he's done, I'm no different than Tom. So, Ben, where do you stand on T.O. 2 years shy of the nifty 50, giving it a go in quote-unquote professional football? He's getting paid.
You know, it takes like a certain level of arrogance, athletic arrogance to achieve greatness. So I understand the attitude, but comparing himself to Tom, there's a lot of differences, and I don't know. It seems like something not newsworthy, but I guess this is where things stand, you know?
Yeah. So he last played in the NFL 12 years ago, 2010. He was with the Cincinnati Bengals. But I'm all on board with this because, one, we have a chance for an injury report to give us something that we've never seen before. It's, Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Terrell Owens listed as day-to-day with arthritis. Like, we're going to get some like middle-aged, older man injuries that we can miss. Like, oh, Terrell Owens was not at practice today. Don't worry, he wasn't injured. He just had to get an exam that men of a certain age have to get. I also would like to see how he could take a hit at that age, because when you're getting hit in the NFL, it's a lot like a car crash where your body is just not supposed to absorb that kind of contact over and over. And when you're 48 years old, you're really not supposed to do that. Am I right?
No, absolutely not. I mean, unless he's on like steroids, I'm throwing allegedly.
Whoa, yeah.
Allegedly. That's the only way he's going to be able to like even lace it up. Don't they say once you hit like 45, like getting out of beds, like climbing them or doing a triathlon? Like, what is this guy doing? He's in exceptional shape. I get that. But there's no way he can day in and day out train, practice, and play at 48 years old. The ligaments just don't hold up like that anymore.
Yeah.
Isn't tackle football?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Wait, you said that like I'm supposed to know what the fan-controlled football rules are.
I do love the fact that since he hasn't played in 12 years, anyone who's seen him at the gym and anyone like in his circle had to have thought he was crazy all this time. It was just like, hey, why are you still waking up at 4:30 to work out? Oh, just waiting on that call from the NFL. It's going to be coming any day now. They're just like, Terrell, it's been a while, man. Like, I think we were on the iPhone 2 when you were just hanging it up. Like, the Hall of Fame calls and says, you've been done for 5 years at least, and we think you did enough to get into the Hall of Fame. And he's hearing that like, I'm not done. I still have more to do. That call is coming any minute now. I really hope it comes. I really hope that this does lead to him playing. I also hope that we don't see him just take a hit and explode into like a cloud of dust.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to see a death on the field? That's not good for the sport.
It might be good for the fan-controlled football league, though, to be honest.
That'll bring headlines for sure.
That's going to be alarming. If I'm sitting in the stands and he just explodes, do I look at the person like, did I control that? They said fans control. I didn't want that.
Where was the death button?
Yeah. God, what remote did they give me?
Yeah, Billy got charged with manslaughter for attending a football game.
I got to look at how I'm spending my time.
His neighbors are like, he's been doing sit-ups in the front yard for a long time. He's clinging to the dream.
Yeah, it used to be ESPN reporters in the driveway getting those push-ups, and now he's just in the background of like 13-year-olds TikTokers who live in his neighborhood.
I heard this takes place in Atlanta, right? We should like go storm the field or at least go try to watch. That'd be fun.
You want there to be an insurrection at the fan-controlled football league?
I did not call for that. Go watch
No,
those words.
We'll have to go to a game. We'll see what it's all about. If there's a Terrell Owens Zappers jersey, boy, oh boy, I hope my credit card is ready for it. And I hope it's also ready for the biggest news of the day. That's right. McDonald's is bringing back spicy chicken McNuggets. And the headline on CNN Business is, quote, McDonald's is bringing back spicy chicken McNuggets, but not everyone can buy them. And that in and of itself, I love as just a starter. Like, this is VIP. This is exclusive. Like, these are a pair of like high demand sneakers of, oh shit, you got the spicy chicken McNuggets? I knew you were doing well. I didn't know you were doing that well. But apparently they're going to be available at roughly 6,900 locations. Nice. And McDonald's says that they will regularly release menu items on a regional basis to, quote, generate buzz and excitement among its fans. Which I also have some problems with that because the term fans for food items is very alarming. It's just, hey, what are you a fan of? Oh, I love Bon Jovi. Oh, yeah, no, I love the Broncos. What are you a fan of? Oh, spicy chicken McNuggets. Oh, big McRib fan. Huge McRib fan.
Yeah, it all nearly tore me apart. Me and the whole family tore us apart. We couldn't get a McRib or spicy chicken anymore. Is this their way of being like, well, we're going to get into the chicken wars, but we're not going to do a sandwich. We're going to do something different.
Well, they already claim to be in the chicken wars with those assholes at Panera. But the phrase generate buzz and excitement makes you think, like, the only time you see that in fast food is when the Popeyes chicken sandwich happened, when it was crazy, when it was selling out, that there were people in line at 10 a.m. to get the sandwich. I don't think people are going to be that geeked up about spicy chicken McNuggets or whatever in God's name McDonald's is bringing back. I think McDonald's is really overestimating the passion that people have for Mickey D's. I think if you took away their fries, which are like the staple of McDonald's, and then they brought them back like a year later, there wouldn't be a line out the door for McDonald's fries.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but McDonald's is that, like, in a pinch, I need to eat now because I have 10 minutes or I'm not going to eat for the next 8 hours, right? Like, no one in their right mind is like, oh, I'm hungry for dinner and I've got plenty of time to plan something out. Let me go to McDonald's. Like, that is not a thing anymore.
It's only Ocho Cinco who does that.
Okay.
McDonald's, it's weird. It's who exactly are you trying to cater to? Because it used to be, oh, we're fast, oh, we're cheap. But now that everyone's able to be fast, there's tons of different kinds of fast food. Burgers, you can go to Wendy's, you can go to Jack in the Box, you can go to Whataburger, you can go to In-N-Out. Like, there's tons of places to get burgers.
Bebop's in Des Moines.
I don't know what the hell that is. But I just don't know what their niche is. It used to just be like, we're McDonald's, we're bigger than everything. It's like, yeah, okay, but your food's still not great.
Yeah, it's
McDonald's is only if it's the only thing open and you are tanked. Like, if McDonald's was only running on people like me, their hours would be 1 to 3 a.m. and that's it. They'd be closed for 22 hours a day, and they would just be open for that amount of time.
Or it's like, those half McDonald's, half gas stations that you pull off on some random road on the interstate and there's not another thing for like 30 miles. And you're like, I need to get gas now or I'm going to break down in the middle of nowhere. And Jason from Friday the 13th is going to come get me, And, there just happens to be McDonald's. Let me just get some bite to eat real quick.
There's, in the Northeast, from like New Jersey and up, they have these rest stops that are like a food court inside. and it's wild as hell to see because I'm used to just in the South. We have a couple McDonald's, we have a couple Wendy's attached to gas stations, but for some reason they just went all in with Arby's. That just if you go to a Pilot gas station, there's an Arby's. You go to a Love's, there's an Arby's. But then you go up north and they're just like, oh shit, they have a Sbarro at this gas station? This is wild as hell.
I believe they call them travel centers, big on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. I've had my fair share of some travel center food.
Yeah, I found one in Baltimore, New York, had a Quiznos. It was just me trying to get in there before a Canadian hockey team coming over the border for a tournament. So I could go in and get my Baja chicken sandwich. How about that?
Was that the last Quiznos in the entire U.S.?
I passed one in Midtown in Atlanta, right by the Fox Theater.
No shit.
Yeah, I
That's
couldn't.
prime realty.
Yeah, I was like, how is this one staying open? We don't have them open up 75 North, but they're able to be 2 doors down from the Fox. That I don't understand.
I don't get it. That's crazy. Crazy. Great sub. Great sub from Quiznos, though. Underrated.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I think they just really missed their mark.
Yeah, that peppercorn steak. Whoo-wee.
Is there anything in fast food that you would declare yourself a fan of? Like if you're giving an elevator pitch of yourself to someone, if you meet someone's dad and they're like, hey, so tell me about yourself. Is there something from fast food that you're a fan of that you'd work in there?
I think I have one.
Bebop's.
I think I have one. It's not going to be Bebop's.
It's Casey's Pizza.
That would be nice. That would fit my brand. But having been in the South now, I'm going with the kickin' chicken sandwich from Zaxby's. Oh my gosh, is that a phenomenal piece of just
fantastic
artistry there?
Yeah.
I mean, you get the tongue torch sauce, you get the ranch dripped on top, you get 2 pieces of toast, and you make it a sandwich. Good golly gosh, that is the best thing of any menu of any fast food in the entire country.
Well, I'll tell you this: if I ever have the chance to replace regular bread with Texas toast, I do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you get Texas toast shouldn't just be reserved for patty melts. It should be a lot of different kinds of hamburgers, a lot of different sandwiches. And a little word to the wise. You can ask them to put a hotter sauce on there than the tongue torch.
Mm-hmm.
That I replace it every time. But it used to be like $5. God, who is this show for now that I'm just talking about the price of Zaxby's? Inflation. And but it used to be like $5, and that was the jam. And now it's almost $8. And
yeah,
I think with another year or two of me getting older, I'm eventually, even without kids, going to have to pull the dad comment and feel the need to tell the cashier, as I'm pulling out my credit card, I'm old enough to remember when this was $5 and you'd advertise for $5. It came with a soda drink too, but not anymore. It must be paying you well, huh?
Speaking of Texas toast, you want to know what I saw the other day that just threw my mind for a loop? I was like, how are they getting away with this? Tennessee is trying to claim a Tennessee toast. It's the exact same thing as Texas toast, but because you're in the state of Tennessee, they're just like, no, this is Tennessee toast. There's no difference.
Okay. People need to start knowing their lanes and also know that they didn't invent everything. I'm getting really tired of the people that I see trying to trademark things. Like Tom Brady trying to trademark LFG. Just you turn on any game for the last however many years, and at any competitive game, pro or college, and someone just makes a big shot or gets a big base hit or makes a big hit, you look at their lips and it's, let's go, or let's go. It's one, I'm tired of that phrase. It's used too much. And you'll meet some people who overuse it for the most mundane of things. They'll just be like, oh, hey, can I do Texas toast for this burger instead of the bun? They're like, yeah, no, that's fine. Let's go. Like, okay, that's enough. I'm so tired of that phrase. But the fact that Tom Brady's just like, I did that. Like, one, you're not really doing a ton. Let's go. And then you just add an expletive in the middle of it. Like, you think you're the bastion of creativity with that, Tom, and you hear people saying it, you're like, I said it first. That was me. I was the guy.
Well, even the worst example of that is LeBron James trying to take Taco Tuesday.
I cannot wrap my head around that he thinks he started Taco Tuesday. And I've had parallel thought moments before where I'll be thinking of something, I'm like, oh, that's pretty funny. But then eventually I'll remember, oh, that came from a comedian. That didn't come from my head. But LeBron, Mexican restaurants have been doing Taco Tuesday since the beginning of time.
The only thing I'll say in his defense,
dinosaurs, Jesus, Taco Tuesday. And LeBron's like, nope, not until I made that TikTok video 2 years ago. People were eating tacos any day of the week. They had no alliterative nature to when they were going to eat them. But thank God I, LeBron James, great basketball player and culinary marketing hero, is here to save the day with Taco Tuesday.
the only thing I will say is devil's advocate in his defense is he's been so famous since 18 years old that he's probably never been to a bar and sat down and see advertised Taco Tuesday. He's probably had everything catered or brought to him in the last, I don't know what, 20 years?
No way. He goes to restaurants.
Not ones that are going to be advertising a Taco Tuesday special, 2 for 1.
Oh, I mean, come on.
He's going to like those fancy places. I don't even know the names of them.
But I bet they even say, hey, our special, it's Taco Tuesday today.
No way. You think he's talking? You think he's sitting down at a mom and pop joint? Like, hey, we got a couple tacos here for you. It's Tuesday.
No, I'm saying every nice restaurant has a special of the day. Mom and pops don't have specials of the days as much as nice places do. And it's just, well, it's our Taco Tuesday. We had this Wagyu taco that's $800. And he's like, hey, what'd you just say? Did you say Taco Tuesday? This whole meal's free, right? You know that, right? I came up with Taco Tuesday. It's just the hubris you have to have. And, of course, him having an irregular upbringing of when he's globally famous at 16 years old with The Chosen One, you're going to be a little different. And that's how he got into Taco Tuesday in the first place. Because people who are either famous, rich, or really good looking, or some combination of them, are so used to people like kissing up to them or giving them courtesy laughs. That's why I get so many courtesy laughs, is because of how handsome I am, that people just go along with it. That they never have to actually develop a good sense of humor, you know? Like, you ever see just like a really attractive person who's still doing Borat impressions because like they got a couple laughs from that, because people are like, what are they gonna do? Look how handsome or beautiful they are. Or, oh, maybe they'll give me $40 if I laugh at them doing a Borat impression. I don't know. That he just doesn't have an idea of what normal people are like. Don't have to develop a sense of humor. And that's why he thought him shouting Taco Tuesday was funny, because he has Maverick Carter over there pissing his pants, just like, ha, 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 that's a good one, Bron. Don't fire me.
Yeah, fair enough. And it's kind of, maybe it's one of those things he just got in too deep, and that's why he pursued the copyright on it. There's no way he was like, oh, it's a great idea. If he's that insulated in the world that he's like, Taco Tuesday is an uncopyrighted idea, I think I should take it. It's absurd.
Just wait. He's going to be sipping a glass of wine with Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony. Man, how long do you think we've been drinking so far? About an hour or so? I don't know. I've had enough to make me happy. Whoa. Hear me out. Follow me on this. What if we get together for drinks on weekdays after all our work and grind is done for the day, and we call our drinking a happy hour? How about that? Huh? You think that'd catch on? Huh, Mello? You like it?
Will you put me on a championship roster? I like anything you say, LeBron.
No, I won't. Put you on a team that misses the playoffs. So, Ben, do you have any thoughts on McDonald's and the buzz and excitement they claim they're generating with their fans?
Yeah, I love the spicy nuggets. It's another poor food take by you to diss them. But
Never had them. But I don't think they have fans. No one says, oh, yeah, I'm a Christian, I'm married, have 2 kids, live in the suburbs, big Braves fan, big McDonald's spicy chicken nugget fan. What else can I say about me? I'm an accountant. Like, no, they don't have fans.
No, McDonald's has a legitimately delicious breakfast menu. So it's not limited to early morning hours like you suggested. But I did like the question to Doc about describe himself, I guess, through a food. Someone asked Scotty Scheffler in the press conference. Legitimately, this was a journalist who asked him this question, said, "What are you like?" And he was just like, "I don't know what to say to that." But I wish he had gone the Doc route and been like, I am a kickin' chicken sandwich. Everyone would have been like, hell yeah, all right.
Damn right
You
you
like
are.
that? Yeah.
Is that a metaphor? It's whatever you want it to be, baby. I'm a kicking chicken sandwich. Got it tattooed right here. All right, well, I want to close out tonight by talking about opening day. Baseball is back, and the Braves are going to be defending their World Series championship. A lot of additions onto the Braves this year, of course. One big subtraction, Freddie Freeman. But what addition to the Braves that we'll see at Truist Park are you most excited about?
I mean, I gotta say the big ribeye sandwich, dude. Go out to 1871 Grill in section 141. Get yourself a nice big rib, some Alabama white sauce, some pickles, purple cabbage. I know you're not a vegetable guy, but purple cabbage is the supreme upper echelon of cabbage.
Okay, that's
Really looking
saying
forward to
nothing.
Saying everything.
The upper echelon of cabbage? Oh, this
Cabbage is cabbage.
Yeah. God, there's no hierarchy to cabbage. It's all at the bottom.
It goes purple, green, yellow, white. Duh.
Also, I'm very anti sandwiches at sports arenas. Like I don't think you should go to a sports arena for a meal, which a sandwich would fall under that category. I think it should be limited to snacks, appetizers, things of that nature. So for me, it's the Mott sticks, and then also the sundae, the funnel cake sundae. Dessert is always a good stadium item too. So those two items that would make my trip. Mott sticks followed up by like a seventh inning sundae.
I can get behind that because my first move when I walk into any baseball stadium, 2 Miller Lights and a pack of peanuts. So I'm right there with you, Ben.
Yeah. You're not thinking sandwich. If you did, your day is all wrong. You missed a meal. You should not be eating a meal here.
You see, mozzarella sticks I can get on board with. Mozzarella sticks are like crab rangoon. They are appetizers or chips and quesadillas. They're appetizers that everyone's on board with. If you don't like Mott sticks, there's the door pal. So I love that that's getting introduced. I also love the double play quesadilla. Smoked chopped brisket quesadilla wrapped in a smoked chicken quesadilla. And the reason that I love that is who didn't love the movie Inception? And that's what I feel like this is. It's a quesadilla inside of a quesadilla. If I can find an even bigger quesadilla for this, I'm going to find it and I'm going to put this quesadilla in there. And the other one is I'm also on board with the ice cream. I'm with Ben on the ice cream. And one of the weirdest things for me at sporting events is if I'm ending the night, if I'm drinking, it's just going to be ending the night with drinking. But if I'm ending the night not drinking, it's going to be ended in something sweet. But where those two, with a very small middle ground of a Venn diagram, meet is at a ballpark. I don't care if I've had 15 Bud Lights that day. I'm going to get Dippin' Dots at the park. It's going to happen. Just look at if I'm at a Hawks game and I'm throwing back beers, I will get a box of M&Ms. It doesn't matter. It's sort of like the airport for me. You know where you throw normal decorum out the window? Because chocolate doesn't go well with alcohol, especially beer. But for me, I'm just, you know what? I'm at a ballpark. I'm at the arena. May as well get some Dippin' Dots here, you know?
And put it in a mini helmet.
Oh, yeah. Love the mini helmets. Big fan of that. I did once anger a Dippin' Dots sales guy at Truist Park. I started walking over to him in like the bottom of the sixth, and I said, "Hey, are you still open?" And he goes, "Am I open?" I said, yeah, are you still open? I'm like walking and pointing at him. It was a bit of an aggressive approach by me. And he just like takes a deep breath and goes, all right, for you. But if you tell anyone else, I'm not serving them. I'm just open for you. You're the last one. Which I don't know what sort of communications plan he thought I had, that I was just like, hey, group of 40, I know that we're all here as part of a school field trip, but I'm going to go check and see if Dippin' Dots is good. I'll let you know, and then we can all get Dippin' Dots. So I go up there, and as he's scooping the Dippin' Dots, I shit you not, like 5 groups of people start walking towards Dippin' Dots right after me, and he stops in the middle of scooping and just like puts his arms down and looks at me like I was behind this. Man, I've been with you. He was just furious. I've never let someone down more in my life with that charge.
Non-alcoholic concessions should stay open to the 9th. That's
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have say over this, but I feel like I owe it to this guy to say, no, I disagree. I feel like they should shut down after me.
Yeah. Speaking of quesadillas, Ben, where does that fall on the meal versus appetizer realm for you? Very intriguing.
That is such a gray area. It's almost worthy of its own podcast, to be honest. Like, it's a handheld, meat-filled, heavy item, but it does lean more towards app. So I'd allow it, but like I think it deserves an honest conversation amongst everyone in a group if someone were to get it.
So
I agree.
you're suggesting that during the summer when everything's slower in the sports world and we're dying for content, that's when we do sort of like when sitcoms do their bottle episodes, that's when we do our quesadilla episode?
Yeah, like it's not like, is a hot dog a sandwich? It's like, well, no, but it's not a sandwich. Like,
It's definitely not a sandwich.
You know,
Well,
It's like it's thin crust pizza. It's a sandwich just with really thin crust.
that's true.
I don't know. I feel like we're getting close to the hot dog sandwich conversation with that. And I don't know how we market this quesadilla episode. I know in NFL films they used to say like the lost film of whatever. Like they made it appear like they had a dark room with old tapes that they were just like, oh yeah, that footage we shot for a week, let's just forget about that and we'll find it on a bottom shelf one day. And then they were like doing spring cleaning or like, oh yeah, we never aired the Raiders 1972 season. I don't know if we do that, like the SJB lost episodes, the quesadilla file, or maybe just when we're all going to be on vacation or out and about one week, we just keep a stock quesadilla episode. So we just have like a breaking case of vacation podcast that was just like, hey, yeah, I'm going to be out of town. I'll be out of town. It's like, well, we got the quesadilla episode.
It is time.
We just need to record like a handful of podcasts, emergency podcasts for that. Hopefully no sponsors change by the time we put those out. But it's just going to be like, hey, welcome here on this. And it's going to be quiet. And Doc's going to have the robotic Wednesday coming in just to fill in. And we're just going to talk about really non-time sensitive issues. I mean, we've already got one. And I guess just doing a deep dive into quesadillas. Is that what we decided on?
Quesadillas, food versus appetizer, hot dog, sandwich versus not sandwich, best type of pizza. I mean, I think we could get 3 or 4 shows out of this whole topic. I don't think this is just a one and done.
I don't know. I guess stadium food, and we do quesadillas on the side where they belong. Maybe we get Doc on the history of quesadillas. Maybe Ben prepares a PowerPoint and says, hey, if you'll see behind me on the screen here, the 5 acceptable types of quesadillas. I don't know. I guess we need to brainstorm. We need to get that breaking case of vacation podcast file going.
Well, then where do wings fall? Oh, we might have to do a deep dive on wings. Wings, appetizers, food?
Where do wings fall with what?
Appetizer or food or meal?
Meal.
Wings are wings. They're whatever they want to be because they're amazing.
Okay. Fair enough.
Quesadillas are the ones that need to get in line.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. I mean, nachos kind of infringes on that territory too. You can have nachos as a whole ass meal, but it's typically found in the appetizers section.
Because it's meant to be shared. So, like, nachos solo as your meal is just too depressing to even talk about.
Real Glansberg move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was once at a Publix and I bought a chocolate cake. I was living by myself. I bought a chocolate cake, a 24-pack of beer, and the 8-piece fried chicken from the deli. And the cashier who was checking me out said, "Oh, you got a big party coming up tonight?" And I had no one coming over. All that stuff was just stuff I knew I had to get at the grocery store because I was living by myself. I was like, well, I gotta have chocolate cake, fried chicken, and beer at the house. I mean, hello, it's a home.
What'd you answer the cashier with? Of course. Or did you have to shamefully just shake your head and just hand him your credit card with your head down?
No, I'm a very I don't know if I want to say honest or shameless, but it's one of those two, depending on how you want to frame it when it comes to those things. So I was like, no, this is for me, all for me, and she just didn't know how to take that. But
That's a hell of a lineup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll brainstorm this off air. But that's going to do it for us today, folks. You can check us out on Twitter at SJB Atlanta. Check out our website, sjbatlanta.com. Instagram at Spaghetti Junction Boys. Check out our YouTube channel. Doc's been building out the YouTube channel. Go subscribe to us there. It's free. Takes 5 seconds of your time. Help a couple brothers out. Before we go, just remember, it's time to take care of yourself. Go to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with the code SJBAtlanta at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping. You pay no one for the shipping. When they bring that to your door, if they try and charge you right at the door, they say, give me some money. No, don't give them anything because with code SJBAtlanta, your shipping is free. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Thanks as always for listening. We'll see you next week.